Today we are talking about a new method or strategy that I used on Gumroad. I tried this thing on Gumroad and surprisingly it worked to sell more digital products. This new thing took my earnings for that new page from pennies to dollars. Hi, my name is Adina. Over the years I've sold thousands and thousands of dollars worth of digital products, and I've done that by using a content-driven business model, specifically written content. My expertise lies in written content, and I teach you how to build a profitable, sustainable digital product business using high-quality written content and without completely burning yourself out. Even though I do like doing challenges and all of that, I've got certain systems and strategies in place that help you to build profitable digital product businesses without necessarily using so much social media. But anyway, let's get into it. I'm always searching for new ways to boost my earnings on Gumroad and Payhip, and honestly, this new thing shocked me. This is something that I'm now going to integrate into my 90-day accelerator program to help you to build a 10k a month digital business in 90 days. I had a conversation with a doctor on TikTok yesterday. He sells e-guides about gut health mostly, and it sparked a new idea to sell more ebooks. I was scrolling on TikTok because I'm currently doing this 30-day 500 content piece challenge, and I found this doctor who is selling digital products, and I sort of connected with him because he sent me a message, and I noticed that he sells on Payhip and blah blah blah, and it got me thinking about this particular method. So I run several niche pages on Gumroad and Payhip, and one of them is a natural skincare page. I've made $500 on there so far. It's a new page, it's a brand new page. I'm building it right now, and my goal is to make 10k before December 2025. But time is ticking. We're in September. September's almost over. We're going into October. So I've literally got 3 months to get this done. Last night I decided to publish 2 articles on Gumroad. They were 2 science-backed articles. I published them, shared on Pinterest, many stories, Flipboard as well. Pinterest, you probably know Pinterest. Many stories isn't as popular. It's a place where all you need to do is copy and paste a link into many stories and just click share, and you'll be able to share your blog posts, any articles you've written, even LinkedIn posts and stuff you can share on many stories. And it's a great place to go to discover new writers, new content, to connect with new writers, to connect with new thought leaders in your space and all of that. And Flipboard is another platform where you can just go ahead and share a link, create mini boards, almost like Pinterest, but with Flipboard you don't need to create any graphics or anything like that. It's a really easy platform to promote your products, to promote your content. You can even promote, funnily enough, your digital products on there. So I woke up to 5 sales this morning, and I received 2 emails from two of the buyers, and I asked them where they saw the link to buy, and they both said, I saw an article on Gumroad, clicked the link and bought from there. Okay, so these science-backed articles are the key to selling health and wellness ebooks. So here's my plan. I just want to say this. A lot of people don't actually realise that there is a blogging component on Gumroad. I got a comment the other day on one of my articles that said, that particular feature has gone from Gumroad, but it's actually still there. What it is you have an option to share a piece of content as an email only, or as an email and a public post, or as a public post on its own. So you can actually create an article on Gumroad and it will be a public post. And so if you share that link with anybody, they can read that article. Or if you share that link on any of these platforms like Pinterest and Flipboard and many stories, people can go ahead and read that content. So here's my plan, is to create 33 science-backed. 33 is the number that I usually use to build topical authority. There's a number of reasons why I use 33. 33 is a divine number, but that's not the only reason. I actually got this idea of creating 33 pieces of content with similar tags to build topical authority from a young man. His name is Matthew Parr. If you don't know who he is, he's a genius, and he's made millions of dollars from YouTube, from creating all these YouTube courses and from teaching people how to create faceless channels and all of that. He's a pioneer actually in this faceless channel space. So he talked about doing that with video, and I've translated that into written content, and I've built an entire ecosystem called the 33 immersion method, which is just really powerful. If I remember, I'm going to leave the link to my 33 immersion method e-guide in the description. So I post daily on Gumroad and Vocal. I'm not posting on Medium for this because I've had more sales come through Vocal for this type of content. Like over the years, when it comes to health and wellness content, I've found that I've sold more digital products through Vocal with my health and wellness content. So I'm going to share the articles on Many Stories, Pinterest and Flipboard. Those are my 3 pillar platforms that I like to share content on. I mean, there are other platforms. Obviously, you can do Threads and TikTok and Twitter and all of that, but I found that the click-through rate on Threads when it comes to articles, unless it's from Google News or from a high authority website like the New York Times or something like that, a lot of the time you find that you're not getting clicks through Threads. Twitter, on the other hand, when you have kind of shocking articles, like articles that have some kind of shock factor, like when it comes to science-based content, they do well on Twitter. But I haven't really been posting on Twitter. I find that platform kind of annoying. X, not Twitter. Create 1 5-minute YouTube video, share it on Pinterest and YouTube and the YouTube community feed. Also, link the video in my articles and emails. Link relevant products as a call to action in each article and build my email list as I go. I want you to know this, that the email list is absolute gold. If you are selling digital products and you do not have an email list, you are missing a trick and you are leaving thousands of dollars on the table. If you want to build an email list and you really can't be bothered to do it yourself, I actually do have a newsletter done for you offer, so you can click the link for the newsletter done for you offer in the description. If you don't see it, just drop me an email. I'll leave my email in the description as well. Sometimes I sort of forget sometimes to post certain things in the description. I'm not saying you'll have the same results as me, but there's no harm in trying. I don't like it when I hear people say, well, you've been doing this for years, and so that's the reason why you've been able to get certain sales, and you've also got an audience on Medium and blah blah blah. Absolute rubbish, I'm going to say, because this page where I earn the $500 and I've just got 5 extra sales is a new page. It has nothing to do with me. I don't show my face on there. I don't talk about the fact that I've got who I am and all of that. I've not shared it on any of my platforms where I do have more followers. So Medium, I have an audience on there, on various pages. People don't actually know that I'm running certain faceless pages on Medium, so it really has nothing to do with the fact that I have an audience or an email list. Either the email list for this particular new page is quite new, and so I don't have many. I think I have about 30 people signed up. But like I said, I'm not saying you're going to have the same results as me, but there's no harm in trying. Don't just not try because you think that someone else has got more clout than you, so therefore they're going to make more money. And so therefore there's no point trying because you're a newbie. Everyone has to start somewhere. One thing I've noticed about people who are new to selling digital products or online income streams, they often expect big results overnight. And when they don't, they say it doesn't work. I read a comment today on one article about Gumroad. That person said something which I found quite rude, but it just highlights what people are sort of thinking. Another crappy article about publishing ebooks on a platform and posting content, that shit doesn't work. It does work. You're just impatient and you're doing it wrong. It's just that simple. You can't slap some random product on Gumroad or Payhip and hope for the best, or pray and you just post and pray. You have to there has to be strategy behind it. Prayer and manifestation, all of that does work. Affirmations, all those things, it does work. But you need to actually do the work as well. You need to take inspired action. You must understand your audience first. You must identify a real problem. Second, you must create a product that solves a problem. You must create content that also solves that problem. Yes, there are exceptions and you can break the rules and you still make money. For example, I sell digital products through my Google News articles. Mostly the articles don't relate to the digital products I'm selling, but they still sell and I still make money. But there is a formula that works if you stick with it, but there is no harm in breaking the rules and experimenting to find your flow. In fact, I encourage it. Break the rules, see if it works for you. That broken rule could actually be the thing that you teach. You can say, do you know what? This is what all the gurus say, but I tried this and it worked. So you can try it yourself and it might work. So I'm going to talk about the power of science-backed content for selling digital products real quick. Science-backed content has become one of the most powerful tools for standing out. Whether you're selling online courses, coaching programs, or software, grounding your content in credible research and evidence doesn't just make your message more persuasive, it also makes it far more visible in search engines. So why science-backed content boosts Google rankings? Search engines like Google are continually refining their algorithms to reward high-quality, trustworthy content. Articles and sales pages supported by credible data, studies, and expert insights signal to Google that the content is authoritative and reliable, making it more likely to rank higher. This is particularly relevant in niches where accuracy and trust matter most, such as health, finance, or education. So by referencing peer-reviewed studies, experts' opinions, or verifiable studies, you're aligning with Google's push towards surfacing content that truly serves the reader rather than shallow or keyword stuffed material. Back in the day, you could literally create a random, complete rubbish article, stuff it with keywords. It would rank on Google and you'll make an absolute ton of money. I know this because I worked with several clients that did this. They would tell me to stuff keywords in 20 or 30 times, and those articles eventually, they got taken down by Google and they got penalized and all of that. So that no longer works. In short, evidence doesn't just build consumer trust, it helps you win the SEO game as well. Science-backed content in the AI era. As AI-powered generative search tools like Google Search Generative Experience or AI-driven assistants become more and more prominent, the type of content they favour is shifting. So AI models are trained to surface information that reflects accuracy, trust, and authority. Content rooted in science and research stands out as highly valuable in this environment because it provides the kind of substance that AI systems look for when recommending results. That means science-backed content isn't just about today's SEO, it's about future-proofing your digital marketing in an era where AI-driven discovery plays a larger role. I want to talk about this experience, expertise, authority, and trust. This is Google's EAT framework, and it's experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trust. It's now a cornerstone of how content is evaluated. So science-backed content naturally supports each of these elements. So experience, by integrating real-world case studies and applications of research, you demonstrate lived knowledge. The next thing is expertise. Citing studies, scientific journals, or recognized experts shows you've done your homework and are drawing from credible resources. Authority. Associating your product or brand with evidence-based insights positions you as a thought leader in your niche. Trustworthiness. Readers are more likely to trust claims supported by research rather than unverified opinions. For sellers of digital products, this credibility translates directly into conversations. Customers feel more confident buying from a brand that speaks with authority and evidence, making them more likely to choose your product over a competitor's. So here are my final thoughts on this. What started as an experiment turned into a proven strategy. Science-backed content sells digital products. It not only got my Gumroad articles noticed, but it also converted readers into buyers faster than expected. And when you think about it, this makes perfect sense. People want solutions they can trust, and when your content is rooted in research, it carries more weight. Online, where algorithms reward authority, and in an AI-driven era at this point, where accuracy is everything, science-backed content gives you an edge. It supports Google's EAT principles, builds trust with your audience, and positions your brand as credible and reliable. More importantly, connects your products to the real problems your audience is trying to solve. The formula isn't complicated. Create valuable research-driven content, share it consistently, and link it to solutions that matter. That's how you move from pennies to dollars and eventually to real sustainable income. If you're serious about selling on Gumroad, PayHip, or any platform, stop relying on random posts or one-off promotions. Instead, lean into credibility, lean into consistency, and lean into science-backed content. That's how you build trust, rank higher, and sell more. Ready to start earning real money as a digital product seller? Let's work. I have a link in the description for my 90-day accelerator program where you can start to earn 10k a month in 90 days if you put in the work. Remember this. You can take the horse to water, but you can't force the horse to drink. So understand that if you were to join this 90-day accelerator program, you need to put in the work. It's not going to be an easy thing. It's not going to be a fly-by-night thing where you just post a couple of random articles and hope for the best. You really do need to put in the time and put in the effort and the work, okay? So, like I said, click the link in the description for my 90-day accelerator, and I will see you in my next one. I'm currently doing 100 days of content on my YouTube channel, and I'm also doing a challenge, 500 posts across several platforms in the next 30 days, and today is day 3 of that challenge. Take care. Bye bye.